1, 2, check, 1, 2, check. Bro, did I call that shit? Are we live? Are we live? Okay. All right, what's up, y'all? Welcome in.
Yo. What's happening, y'all? Whiskey and wine.
Victorious
Don Juan.
Whiskey wine. Hey, Wyatt, also, please, could you get out the air fryer?
Holy fuck, man.
It's on? Perfect.
Oh, my God, dude.
So, wait, hang on. All right, so LSU.
Can I get my ears turned up a little bit, Wyatt?
Yeah, mine too. Headphones, please.
Turned up a little bit.
So, we're getting started here. LSU 38-0, a no-sweat
I think that's
win.
our mic. I think the ears are the dials, maybe. Yeah? Maybe? Okay.
Hey, no, down.
My bad. I fucked up, Wyatt. That's on me. That's not on Wyatt. That's not my bad, Wyatt.
Now
That's
I can't hear myself at all. I need my headphones up a little bit. I don't know if our levels are good, but I need my headphones up.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. Don't touch anything else. You're good.
Stop.
Hey,
we're good.
By the way, Wyatt's been fucking incredible all season long. He's been perfect, and now my sound is perfect in my earphones. Wyatt, you're a fucking animal. Great job, dude. What's up, boys? What's happening? We've been watching college football all day long. Tigers with a big win. Matt, have you seen this box score for LSU New Mexico?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, as a matter of fact.
Holy fuck, dude.
All right, we're going to go through all of it, by the way. All right, let's do this. Officially, we will start welcome in to a victorious edition of Whiskey and Wine. LSU beats New Mexico 38-0. We are at Don Juan Cigar Bar in Town Center, our home for Whiskey and Wine. After every single LSU game, home or away, you will find us right here. So thank you for being here with us. We'll do our celebratory and customary toast here in just a second. Here's your cigar.
We had some epic toast last week, too. I want to punch.
Here you go. Yep, gotcha.
How about last week? I saw projectors set up outside, toast and whiskey and wine. So I went and got some 3D imaging done, right? A little, what do you call it when you rub the jelly on the belly and one
like
of
those
an ultrasound?
Things?
Yes, I got a little 3D ultrasound done. And the woman tech running the thing was like, hold on, I'm talking. She's like, hold on, she's like, wait a second, I recognize your voice. Like on Saturday nights, my husband is laying in bed, and I just hear you cursing, and he's just laughing. I'm like, oh, yeah, fuck yeah, that's Whiskey and Wine, dude. That's it, dude. Yeah.
Yes, that's
I was like, yeah, I'm very sorry. It's a very rated R show on Saturday nights. So, yeah, that's me. I'm like the cursing guy.
Well, we're both the fucking cursing guys, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Get that fucking shit straight, okay?
You're right. I'm not the only cursing guy.
That's
I'm just the crass. I'm the crass joke guy.
Are we on Facebook? Okay, let's see.
Yo, what up, everybody in the YouTube chat? I got YouTube chat pulled up. Hope everybody's having a great night tonight. Hit the like button, share the post. You already know the deal.
Okay, so we will go through the game. Then we're also laughing because right as we were starting, Arkansas drove down the field. They had a potential game-winning field goal. They doinked it, so A&M beats Arkansas in Jerry World. It was funny because right before they did that, I was like, so Arkansas's gonna miss the field goal, and A&M's gonna cover the line, or it'll be a push at 2, which I think ended up being the final line. And how the fuck does Vegas over and over again? You wonder, how does that happen?
Yeah, I mean, bro, they're fucking undefeated. I mean, what game ended? Wake Forest and Clemson, right? Ended in what? Triple OT earlier?
Double OT.
56-50. Sam Hartman balling. Uiagalelei doing just enough. And guess what the spread was? Was it 7, 7.5, depending on where you got it? And it fucking ended at 6 in double OT. It's insane, dude.
Crazy. All right, let's do our. Are you lit? Okay.
Oh, no, should we light up right now?
Go ahead and do it, but let's do our toast first if you're new. So we do this every show. Raise your glass, whatever you got in front of you. Take a picture of you toasting with us, and then tweet it, post it on Instagram, story, whatever. Tag us. We'd love to share it. It's a great way to grow the show. We appreciate it. So cheers. Tigers win.
Cheers.
LSU 38-0. Defense pitches a shutout. All right, we'll go through the game here as we get started, but also just a really wild, bonkers day in college football. Again, as a reminder, if you're on Facebook, please like the page, share the post. If you are on YouTube, please smash that like button and subscribe up to the Watch 104.5 ESPN YouTube channel if you've not done so yet. That's where all of our live streams go. Do you want to start with some takeaways from the game?
I mean, man, the takeaway from the game is utter domination. And I guess I want to be careful.
Domination or dominance?
Dominance, domination. It's a tomato situation. I'm not going to fault either usage.
Okay.
I will say this, though. When it was 17-0 in the third, right, I had a couple of my Alabama's buddy text me like, how's it only 17-0 in the third? I had some other group chats popping off kind of lamenting the score. And I was like, I mean, to be honest, guys, like, I get that it's 17-0, but LSU has been in firm control the entire time. Like, if anything, the red zone implosion that led to a 3rd and goal from the 32 was funny. I didn't find it frustrating. I found it like it was a funny series of events. And then so to reinforce my point, you get here at the end of the game, it's 38-0, and you look at the total yards, it's 633 to 88. They didn't even get 100 total yards. And this is not an awful Lobo team. I'm not saying they're great, but don't mistake this for the Southern game. This is not the Southern game. This is a much more quality football team. And the fact that you just held this team to under 100 total yards while gaining 600 on your own is pretty fucking insane. I mean, that is utter and total dominance/domination.
So New Mexico came into this game, and we knew their offense was dog shit. They were averaging 286 yards a game. But what was more impressive is their defense actually has been pretty good through 3 games. Granted, the level of competition, but, I mean, they've got a legendary coach who's their defensive coordinator and runs a 3-3-5. It's kind of a weird look. And so with LSU struggles offensively at times this year, that was really my question, is how would it look offensively for LSU in this ball game? Would they be able to move the ball and score kind of at will? And the offense moved the ball at will.
Yes.
The struggle was finishing drives in the first half. So really, for me, the most important part of this game was that right before the end of the first half, getting the touchdown. Because when it's 10-0, you are still, that is the recipe for the
frustration. I'm not even saying a loss. I'm not even saying upset.
But it is the recipe for finding yourself in a nail biter at the end of the game. When you're in a game like that, you are a muffed punt, a kickoff return, a busted play away from being in a one-score game, from being in a field goal game. And that fucking sucks. So when LSU scored right at the end of half, and it was a beautiful drive, by the way. We'll go through the whole game.
The 3rd and 7 conversion from from Daniels to Jure was the play of that drive.
Yes.
3rd and 7, beautiful ball by Daniels over the middle linebacker, fit it in the little zone hole, and Jure with a tough catch on the finish.
We'll go through it, but it was a 15-play, 88-yard drive that ate up 5:44, which was basically the remainder of the half. So
it was needed after the implosion.
Exactly. It put you up 17-0, and then of course, you'd love to have gotten points at the start of the second half. You didn't, but you did plenty enough. We do have to talk about Jayden Daniels as well, which was massively significant, the fact that he went out of the game, and we don't seem to have an update yet on Daniels and what the issue was there. You said you thought it was...
watching live, it looked like to me that it was very clear that on that, it was a 3rd and... I can't remember the distance, but it was a 3rd down. He scrambles, big 3rd down. He gets it. It was
3rd and 4.
Okay, so on the tackle...
No, I'm sorry. The fuck did Nuss go in?
But I don't know the distance.
No, it was 4th. It was 4th and 3.
Oh, it was 4th and 3.
It was 4th and 3, and he ran for 16 yards.
Okay, so it was even bigger then. Okay, so it did matter. It was 4th and 3. You had to get a first down for everything Matt's just talking about, right? Like, LSU needed to extend this lead, just establish dominance, take control of the game, put it away. And he gets the big 4th down conversion, breaks a couple tackles, but as he gets tackled, he gets rolled over a defender, and it's a classic whiplash situation, right, where his head bounced off of the turf. Now, I think Scott Rabelais tweeted that maybe they were saying it was something with his lower back. Shea Dixon tweeted that who went into the injury tent, then he came back out and was talking to Brian Kelly like he was ready to go back in. So I'm feeling pretty bullish on it. I'm not overly concerned about it, but to me it did look like maybe a head bouncing off of the turf, Matt. And it bounced off hard for whatever that is worth. But I'm not, I don't know. From what I gathered, which admittedly in this scenario can be a bit hit or miss. I think that Jayden Daniels is most likely fine. If you want to be positive about it, it did give you extra reps with Nuss that you maybe wouldn't have gotten otherwise, and Nuss looked really solid in those reps.
Yeah, he did.
He looked like a different player than the one that was very obviously pushing against Southern, feeling like he had to make a play. He came in kind of calmly, coolly, collected the offense, and then he did end up making someplace. So Daniels is still the guy, but it did allow you some nice development behind him because Matt, that is one of the interesting quirks about this season, right? Is that you and Jayden Daniels have entered a short-term relationship.
Yeah.
It's like your LFO. And you met this girl wearing Abercrombie & Fitch by the pool. And it's the summer. And you're like, you know what? I don't know what this is going to hold till fall. But for summer, maybe me and you, we do a little fling thing. We start hanging out, making out, doing whatever people do in the summer. And then we go our separate ways, right? So Jayden's all in on throwing his body on the line. LSU's all in on throwing his body on the line because they got to win. And then if you have to go to Nuss, you have to go to Nuss. So it is what it is. And Nuss, he performed well tonight. Jayden's still the best answer to winning that.
All right, we're going to go through the game flow here in a bit. Jared Wrinkles, Jeremy George, Derek Matthews, Ross Thompson. Appreciate y'all. Please smash that like button. Dax Jeter. We are brought to you by Michelli Weighing and Measurement, Michelli.com. 29 locations across 11 different states, 75 years in business, awesome company. If you weigh or measure something, they sell, service, rent the products that you use to weigh and measure, and they are hiring. So check out the website, Michelli.com. Hit the careers tab at the top, and you can find all the jobs there that are available. And also,
yes, so this is going to be, you're going to be hearing this a lot. You heard it a couple weeks ago, you heard it last week, you heard it this week. I'm here on behalf of the Louisiana Charter Fishing Association. You want to go to LouisianaCharterFishing.com. Actually, you want to go to GoCatch.com. GEAUX catch.com. Complete the registration form, and you're going to be entered to win a charter fishing trip. It's going to be incredible. I'm going to be there. We'll be hanging out. We're going to be drinking beers. It's you and a friend. And after we catch all those fish, our special guest, Chef Jada Cody, is going to cook them up at the end of the day. So if you want a full day of drinking, fishing, on the water, hanging out with the people, know exactly where to lead you to catch all the fish. Jada Cody going to cook us an unforgettable cookout. I love Jay. We played Dungeons & Dragons together. It's going to be fantastic. We're all going to get drunk. We're all going to eat fish. We're going to be best fucking friends by the end of the day. If you want to do that, go to GEAUXCatch.com, GoCatch.com, and complete the registration form today. It's the Louisiana Charter Fishing Boat Association prize pack. Let's go. And the 5 runners up will also get a prize pack, by the way. But go enter today.
I don't want to be best friends with you.
You don't have to, because you're a bitch. You're not coming on the charter boat fishing trip.
I'll go on the trip, but I'm not going on the boat.
I mean, well, okay, dude. I mean, that's up to you. I mean, I don't care if you eat my spoils, but you got me fucked up if you think I'm not going to be drinking beers, throwing lines, fucking tagging fish, because I'm an outdoorsman. I'm not really that much of an outdoorsman, but I love fishing, dude. Okay, let's get into game flow. You want to do game flow?
Yep. Let's do it. All right, so I don't know that this is going to take up a tremendous amount of time because the game wasn't very good. So what we'll likely do is go through this quickly. We'll go through the game quickly, and then we'll get to a lot of your questions and comments. So please keep them coming. We'll try to monitor as best we can, and whatever you all want to talk about, we'll delve into. We also have to.
You can smoke weed on the boat. I don't know if that's allowed, but I think you can. If I'm allowed to say that, but I don't know if you actually can. So I don't know. We'll check, but maybe so. Mark Nolan asked in the chat.
Is our Gulf waters policeable territory?
I mean, it feels to me like international waters, but then again, Matt, we are a legal state. So if you have a card, you're probably fine, dude. Nah, dude, I think it feels, it's the ocean. I mean, the ocean's connected to other countries. That feels international to me, right? Absolutely, dude. Let's not overthink it. Brackish waters. Okay. The laws get hazy in brackish waters, Matt.
So New Mexico got the ball to start the game. It very quickly went 3 and out, and we saw the first real big change in the ball game, which was Jack Besh returning punts.
Yes. Which, well, go on.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, it looked really fucking good, dude.
We thought we did see Gregory Clayton get a punt return opportunity later in the game.
Yeah.
And
it didn't look nearly as dynamic, to be fair.
No, I mean, look, Besh had a punt return for a touchdown, and it got called back for a penalty, which had literally nothing to do with the return. Like, he would have scored either way. The block was behind him. We'll get to that. But anyway,
here's what I'll say about Besh real quick returning punts. He has sure hands. He doesn't look scared, which, I mean, punt return's terrifying. Like, from a physical, mental, everything standpoint. He had good decision-making. We saw him literally run his heels back to the 10 when he needed to, and explosive potential. So, yeah, I think Jack Besh likely in line to be your punt returner until he's not. And that's one thing about this coaching staff. They'll give you the opportunity until you prove to them that you're not that guy. So Besh is probably the next in line going forward.
They're sitting here like, it's 12 miles, it's 10 miles. Like they're debating the mileage off the coast.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Yeah, exactly. We're good, dude. 12 miles, we're good.
12 miles. All right, so, by the way, no B.J. Ojolari. No Jay Ward. Jay Ward dressed but didn't play. B.J. Ojolari did not dress. So
who
clearly,
was 17? Xavier
Carter.
Xavier Carter was pretty good in relief of B.J. Ojolari.
Xavier Carter played well. Savion Jones continues to play well. Savion Jones had a cleanup.
He had a great game against Mississippi State. I didn't mention him on Wednesday.
Savion Jones had a cleanup sack that Harold Perkins had the quarterback kind of whiffed, and Savion got credit for the sack, cleaned it up. But so we saw Harold Perkins start with no B.J. Ojolari. We saw a lot of Savion Jones and Xavier Carter. Jay Ward didn't play. We saw a lot of Greg Brooks, obviously, who I thought looked really good. And we'll get into some of that. And Bradford. Bradford was back as well and started at right guard.
Yes, so which was one of the other big positions we were looking at because all 4 other slots seem locked in right now. And it's just between Miles Frazier and Anthony Bradford for who's going to be right guard.
I think Bradford is your right guard.
I think so, too.
Bradford's one of your best 5. Frazier is not. Frazier's a better tackle than he is a guard. Is that fair to say? Frazier's better at tackle than he is, but Emory Jones is a better right tackle than Frazier. I was going to say,
regardless of what Frazier is better at, Emory Jones is a better right tackle, and I think Bradford's a better right guard. So it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Because Emory Jones and Campbell were fucking fantastic for a second week in a row. All right. At least, first viewing. We'll see.
So LSU forces a quick 3 and out. They get the ball for their first possession. And one thing that I liked, so second play of the game, they went to Besh. Brian Kelly said they were going to get the ball to Besh more this week. He returned punts.
They did that.
And they targeted Jack Besh. Let's see. Besh had he had 6 catches for 43 yards and was targeted 7 times. So they very intentionally went to him. He returned punts as well. So they made sure Besh got his hands on the ball a lot. So second play, and this is one thing I liked. I don't know if you noticed, but at least in the first – their first and their third drives, I don't know if they did in the second, but after they got their first down of the drive, they went tempo. They went
tempo a lot tonight.
They went very quickly up to the ball and went tempo.
Very aggressively, yes.
So but it was like they made sure they got the first down of the drive and then hurried and went tempo, which I like to see. And that was their first drive where they did score. They converted.
And that makes sense from an offensive standpoint because what's your fear in tempo a lot of times? Your fear is the quick 3 and out. Your fear is like your defense just got off the field and you gave them 30 fucking seconds and now they're winded and you're like, oh, go back out there. So that timing on choosing to go tempo is very I think it's wise. I think it makes a lot of sense.
Armani Goodwin scored on the 5-yard touchdown run there, and I'm trying to see Goodwin's stats for the game. He finished with 8 carries for 24 yards. Rushing, it was kind of like last week where it was a bit skewed because of the Noah Cain long run late, but you ran for 219, but 50 of it came on one run by Noah Cain.
Well, but so this is something that my co-host in OTB, Jake, is very passionate about. Being a running back is that you have to be wary of discounting those big boys because the haymakers are created by the jabs, right?
And both last weekend, this week came late in the game.
And so it's one of those deals where, okay, you could say take it away, but honestly, it never happens unless you're like jab, jab, jab. You're working the body, and then you fucking hit him over the top.
And the Noah Cain run, you know the drill that they do when we get to go watch practice, and they hold the ball and they run through the dummies on either side?
Yeah, absolutely.
That was the Noah Cain run. He split 2 defenders that simultaneously hit him.
And then he stiff-armed
when he got to the 10-yard line
into 3 guys and just kept running.
It was like, you're not keeping me out of the end zone, bitch.
That also very much felt like we're better athletes than you are, and it just is what it is.
Okay, so Goodwin scores. New Mexico gets the ball. They do. The TV broadcast was really bad. They said
I could not hear the TV broadcast all night, to be clear, but yeah, I heard that.
They mentioned at one point that their first down of the game came on the 38-yard flare pass. They threw the little bubble out to the left, and the guy went up the left sideline for 38. That was not their first down of the game. In the second possession, they had one, and then they went backwards.
Wait. So you're telling me they had 2 first downs early in the game?
No, just one first down.
Okay.
And then the next one didn't come until – then they went 3 and out. And that's where Besh had the punt return, which we're going to get to. And that whole sequence. This was
when did the next first down come? There's a reason why I'm asking this question.
Their final possession ended the half, but the possession before the final possession.
Okay, the reason why is because New Mexico had 2 first downs
in the game
on the entire night.
Yeah, so they were both in the first half.
28 first downs to 2. So you literally held New Mexico without a first down the entire second half. And by the way, Matt.
Yeah, they went 4-3 and outs.
Look, Florida State looks pretty fucking good.
Here you go again.
Florida State looks pretty fucking good. Did you see Norvell today? I didn't see the final score. But Norvell looks pretty fucking good right now, okay? And the point of that.
You don't have to touch me.
And the point.
You can make your point without touching me.
I'm my father's son. No.
Dude, I got to tell you a story about your dad. No, I got to tell you a story about your dad.
Listen.
Can I tell you a story? All right.
Shut the fuck up.
All right, stop. Make your point. Make your point, and then I'm going to tell you a story about your dad.
I kind of forgot my point. I think the point was that House has been incredible since that first half against Florida State.
So, 2012, in the press box, this is when your dad got kicked out. Pat Forty had him run. Pat Forty, God bless. He's a
bitch.
He's a good rider,
hunker
but he's
down,
a bitch.
Pat Forty. Hunker down for what? Hunker down because your mentions are out there on fire for your fucking NCAA cock teasing.
Pat Forty is a talented writer and used to be really good, but he's all up in his feels about LSU. But anyway, so Pat Forty was sitting right behind. It was basically your dad, then Hanny, then me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Hanny used to give them rib shots.
So your dad. When was it? Who fumbled the punt in the Yeldon game? Bama fumbled a punt.
Yeah,
and that's kind of was. I want to say it was Mark Ingram, but I don't think it was. Ingram had to be gone. No, Ingram was gone already. Whoever the fuck it was. Oh, it was Lacey. Eddie Lacy fumbled.
That makes sense.
Eddie Lacy fumbled. LSU recovers. That was kind of the catalyst. And your dad starts like doing what you put like hitting. And your dad is a large man.
Yes.
Like if you've never seen Bobby, like. How big's your dad?
He's like 6'4".
He's big. He was a fucking NFL quarterback. He's a big
like 6'4",
man.
like 240.
And he is hitting Hannegriff.
Yes.
And Hanny leans over to me and goes, he's going to kill me.
And I can see Hanny's dry delivery as he says it too. I mean, it's just absolutely fucking.
He was
golden,
just cowering,
dude.
like if Pat Forty hadn't gotten your dad kicked out, he might have killed Hannegriff on the Yeldon screen. Like
fuck you, Pat Forty. I never knew that was you, little
That was Pat
bitch.
Forty. He was sitting right behind us the whole time. He went and got Herb Vincent, got him kicked out.
Unreal, dude. But yeah, man. Look,
major bitch move by Pat Forty.
My old man is no stranger to getting kicked out of the press box. It's just that in the Superdome, he has like a little bit of like a little bit of Teflon to him.
Man, he's fucking cannon. Leave him alone.
He's like,
it's Bobby. Leave him alone.
It's like, you know how in jail, like when you watch like
the
jail
09
documentaries
game against the Jets, he's fucking
he's doing this, dude.
Man.
Well, it's like, it's like whenever I watch a jail documentary, I'm always shocked by the guys who can smuggle a ton of shit into prison, right? They can get whatever they need, right? They got cell phones, whatever. That's my old man in the press box, right? He says he's got his fucking, he's got a little community going on.
All right, let's get back to this shit. All right.
And by the way, if you put a super chat in the chat, I got you. Don't worry. I've locked it in here, Jonathan Keir, and whoever else wants to.
So on Besh's his second punt return, he did not fair catch it, and he got popped at the 10-yard line, or at the 17-yard line. Probably should have fair caught it. Was trying to make something happen. It worked out okay. First down is when they went up top to Chris Hilton for 51 yards. Love the play call, and I love that they showed off Chris Hilton. Brian Kelly.
Chris Hilton could have had 2 big boys tonight.
A better ball from Daniels, he scores on the 51 yard. It was underthrown, but in that situation, they always say you'd rather underthrow than overthrow the guy.
Yeah, I'm not hating. I'm just saying that it's good on Hilton for winning his route by such an extreme amount that he could have had 2 like 50-yard or 80 and 50.
Chris Hilton has. Like, he's one of those guys that I really, 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 really am glad persevered through last year where he didn't play much.
Yep.
And he's here now because next year when Kayshawn's gone and Jaray's gone, like, he's the guy that has the most potential to be the boom guy next year because his speed is so good and he's so talented. When he refines his ability, he's going to be fucking awesome. So
I watched him fucking break West Monroe's heart in the state championship a few years ago. I know. I saw it live, dude. I was in the dome, dude.
So anyway, good on you, Chris Hilton, on the 51-yarder. They got a coverage sack here. Nothing else of note. They had a 3rd and 6 at the 14-yard line. This was the play where Jayden missed Malik Neighbors, and it looked like he was thrown to a spot in the end zone, and there was nobody there. It was 3rd down. They ended up kicking the field goal. It was a 31-yard field goal to go 10-0. So Daniels was throwing to us, but Neighbors was from the right side of the formation, was coming across, and Daniels threw to a spot, and it was behind Neighbors. He was expecting Neighbors to sit in the zone right there, and Neighbors kept going. It was
You've
a lot.
seen it a couple times.
It happened last week with Cole Taylor.
Cole Taylor, yeah.
No, I'm sorry, Mason Taylor.
I get him confused all the time.
Where Mason was coming across the formation, and he threw it behind him, and it was incomplete. It was a similar type play. If they're communicating there, that's a touch.
Well,
Neighbors
it's
has
it's not
separation.
really a
That's a touchdown.
communication issue. That's just like mentally both guys got to understand what the coverage is and who needs to sit down. Like,
so
Daniels can't tell him to sit down.
Exactly.
He has to know he has to sit down.
I don't know whose fault that is.
It would be the receiver. If
that was
is
the call,
case,
so we don't know.
No, I'm saying yes, but no, I'm saying if it indeed is the case, which I feel like I talked to quarterbacks who understand coverage last week. I don't know about this play, but on the Cole Taylor play or Mason Taylor play last week, absolutely Mason should have sat.
Is that what Flynn said?
Yeah. And so if it's a similar situation this week, then the guy should have sat. Jayden made the right call. And you got young receivers, man. I mean, you got young receivers. They're still learning that.
That was his first incompletion of the game. He started off 7 for 7. That was his first incompletion. So LSU's up 10-0. This is where Savion Jones gets the sack that Harold Perkins missed. Perkins he came right at the gut and had just a beeline on the quarterback.
Bro, he's
hit him, and the quarterback kind of spun off of him, and Savion cleaned it up and got the sack.
Harold Perkins is a natural pass rusher, and I don't mean that to take away from other parts of his games, because somebody said this earlier, like, and this is the natural comparison, right? People hear that about Harold Perkins. Oh, he's like Marcel Brooks in 19, right? But no, Marcel Brooks was limited. He was athletic as fuck, and he could get after the passer, but he couldn't actually play the defense. If you needed to drop into coverage, you need him to read. Like, Harold Perkins can do those things.
The better comp is Kendall Beckwith in 13.
I would say that's fair.
When Kendall Beckwith was a true freshman, the first game of his career, they played TCU in Jerry World, and it was literally on third downs. They put Beckwith in with his hand in the dirt, or he stood up on the end and was like, go. That was it.
But then again, but on this team, they will play Perkins in the middle, and they won't blitz him all the time.
But the difference, but my point is, Beckwith had the skill set to become an NFL player.
Yeah, and Beckwith also, yes.
And Perkins is, I think, further along than both of them right now.
I would agree with that. Perkins looks like he's going to be a fucking dog.
Perkins, I thought last week, that was not a great matchup because of, if you're out of place against that Mississippi State offense, then you get burned. That's how you get hurt, right? And I thought having a freshman on the field in that game, like I thought it was a Mike Jones and Baskerville game.
Well,
but Perkins was awesome.
It's weird. It's not only to me last week, we talked about it on Moscona T, but it's not only just Perkins, but the fact that against Mississippi State they could rotate a full cadre of middle linebackers.
They're playing 6 linebackers.
And everybody was fine. West Weeks, Micah Baskerville, Perkins, Greg Penn, like, everybody's on the same page. And I want to say this about this LSU defense this year, Matt. They fucking hit. Like, they hit.
They're physical.
Greg Brooks lays the fucking wood. If it's not Jay Ward, every time I see a hit, I'm like, who was that? Oh, and then number 3 pops up. I'm like, okay, yeah, fuck yeah, it's Greg Brooks. Shout out Kelly Gross for the $20 super chat.
What did she say?
Nothing. Oh. That's why I just gave her a shout out. Oh. If you got a question, I will get to it in the end. Don't worry.
All right, so LSU's up 10-0. Jones gets the sack. 3 and out again, and this is where Besh has the 76-yard punt return, which was a great fucking effort because he broke the tackle at the point, and then zigzag came to the edge. He actually, had they reviewed it, I think he stepped out of bounds too.
Oh, did he?
I'll need to go look at it more closely, but real time it looked like he stepped out of bounds. It was close, but we got to talk about the penalty which brought it back, which was against Colby Fields, who's the kid from Rummel who went to South Carolina, linebacker, transferred in, and Fields kind of side front did the
he did the correct man. So it's weird. He did the correct technique. The guy did not fall the correct way. So you were taught if I'm trying to block someone at an angle, Matt, I want to, instead of hitting them straight in the back, my goal is to wrong arm them. So I'm kind of blocking them with my back.
Yes.
So you can't accuse me of hitting him in the back because, fuck, that was my back, dude. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
So he did all that, but unfortunately, the defender fell on his stomach. And you may think that sounds dumb. But if that defender falls on his back, meaning that you got, like, the angle enough where you're able to turn his shoulder, if he falls on his back, there's no penalty called there. He fell on his stomach. They call a flag. It's one of those situations, if a flag had not have been thrown, nobody would have been bitching. But I get it under the technical interpretation of the rules. I think that, we talked it out earlier. He would have been better off doing one of these.
Like literally?
Not even leaning into him, just stand up and get in the way.
Exactly. You were just like in basketball, running down the lane with your hands in the air.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the right call. But it's a shitty interpretation.
It was the right call,
rule.
but it could have been not called as well, and it would have been no problem.
My problem with the legal blindside and the way they're interpreting it is the same problem I have with targeting. I understand the spirit of the rule. Like, you don't want dudes getting absolutely annihilated when they're not looking, right? If you're like a crackback block, dudes in pursuit, like running after somebody, and then they're not watching, and here comes someone who just, boom, blows them up.
Funny, dude? Because
that was the play we lived for.
Well, speaking of the cannon, dude, when I was growing up, I'm talking 9 and 10-year-old football. That was a core tenet that I was raised on.
Keep your head on a swivel.
No, it was like, yes, keep your head on a swivel. And also, if there's a big play, you turn around and you just fucking snipe someone.
Yes.
Like, it doesn't even matter. The play's 20 yards ahead of you, turn around and you fucking take him out, dude. Not allowed anymore of that.
So, literally, Colby Fields would have been better just putting his hands in the air, just running in front of the guy to slow him. Like, that's
I'll be interested, though. I'll be interested to see.
Brian Kelly was pissed.
He was pissed about the call, not at Fields.
No, I know. He was pissed because Colby Fields did everything right. He came across the front. He did what he was supposed to do, but he still shoulder to shoulder kind of hit him from the side and came across the front. Like, I get the desire to eliminate a blindside block and a crackback block. I get it. But there's nothing malicious about what Colby Fields did, and it certainly shouldn't have been illegal or fine.
It literally is just, it's how he fell. It's physics. If he had fallen on his back, then it would have been good to go.
All right, so this is where, like, this was just a fucking awful sequence. Besh's punt return for a touchdown comes off the board. They run John Emery for first down on an untimed down that you slip to end the first quarter. Second quarter starts. They run Goodwin. This is the play where Malik Neighbors got hurt, and we're all like, oh, shit. But then he came back like 2 plays later. They convert on 3rd and 3. Josh Williams had the 21-yard. He caught a little bubble on in the flat and ran for 21 yards. Josh Williams had a really good game.
Hey, look, we got to accept, man, it's running back by committee. I mean, Noah Cain played well. Josh Williams played well. I don't feel great about how Armani Goodwin went down. And he probably, I mean, it feels like the coaching staff kind of trusts him the most on early down situations. So
he's your starter.
That's something to replace. So that's where maybe John Emery starts to come and play a bit more because it's going to be running back by committee is the point, right? That was one of the preseason conversations. Would somebody emerge? I don't think anybody's going to emerge out of this grouping.
This is the tough part about this drive is it was a great drive until you got to the 1-yard line. So you put together a drive.
But this in retrospect, this is just funny. Like, it's objectively funny how this happened.
I wasn't laughing. So you get the first down on the 21-yard reception. You go best 6 yards. Daniels runs for 23 yards.
Yeah.
Like kind of up the middle. It was one of his best runs of the night. And then to the sideline. They throw to Brian Thomas. It's incomplete. Neighbors for 6 yards. And it's 3rd and 4. Daniels, this was where he got hit late out of bounds. So you get the personal foul, hit out of bounds on 3rd and 4, so you convert. Now you have a goal-to-go situation. From the 10. Williams runs for 9 yards to the 1-yard line. You get a holding on Cole Taylor, so you move back to the 11. Or you move back to the 19, excuse me, because it was from the previous spot. Besh.
I thought you threw a touchdown to Cole Taylor then, right?
No, it's coming up.
Okay.
It's coming up. Cole Taylor had the holding.
Yeah.
So it's 1st and goal from the 19. They throw it to Besh over the middle for 10 yards. So you're at the 9. You score on the Cole Taylor, and it comes off the board because they called PI on Neighbors.
A little pig play.
Pig play. And by the way, it was beautiful because Daniels, go back and watch it, Daniels eluded the sack on that play. It was a beautiful play by Daniels using his mobility to wiggle free and to throw the touchdown pass. So PI on Neighbors, Second down, you take a sack. 3rd and 32.
Yeah.
Third and
goal from the 32.
3rd and goal from the 32.
Which I love, dude. That's so funny, dude.
And Taylor gets 11 yards, and then you miss a 38-yard field goal. You would have had 2nd and goal from the 1, and you go all the way back to 3rd and goal from the 32 and miss a 38-yard field goal.
Hey, that's college football, baby. That's some shit you rarely see. Well, I mean, the missed field goal, yes. But I'm talking about the 3rd and goal from the 33 is something you rarely see, right?
Remember the play a couple of years ago? Wasn't it Tech in Mississippi State where
it was like 3rd and goal from the 90 or something?
It was like 3rd goal, 92 yards, something like that.
They had a shotgun snap that got kicked back 90 yards. It's unbelievable. It was just one of the funniest things I've ever seen. So I'm not overly worried about that. The only thing that sucks about that, Matt, is that Damian Ramos has been really solid all year. And I felt like that was a great opportunity for him to be like, they don't fucking matter. I'm going to knock this shit through. And then it became a negative when he ended up missing that thing.
When you look at what happened with Missouri and Auburn today, it's, all right, brother. Hey, what's up, man? What's up, Patrick? So what sucks is when you look at what happened with Missouri-Auburn today, and Missouri sets up for a game-winning field goal, which is a PAT, and the kid misses it, which you're like, that could be me.
Yeah, for sure.
That LSU, like, that could be you.
Yeah.
And that's the fear. That's the fear.
But the thing is, and this is where, Matt, we have to acknowledge our privilege, is that that's college. That's what, 80% of college teams? I mean, it's not a low percentage. I would say that the vast majority of college teams have to worry about that. It's just that we have had a random 20 years of very solid kicking with maybe a couple exception years. So it sucks. But
started with
college.
John Corbello. Shout out John Corbello.
Yeah,
I hope he's watching right now.
But it sucks. But it starts to college.
Corbello for Heisman.
But oh my God, we can't talk about the Missouri game yet, can we?
No, not
that
yet.
was.
All right, let's get through this. The rest, by the way, if you're watching on YouTube, smash the like button, please. 1,700 watching, only 295 likes. Do us a solid.
Jesus Christ!
Just take a quick second, hit that thumbs up button. We'd appreciate it so much.
Oh, but Matt, I don't want my videos to get recommended to watch OTB. Don't be a fucking bitch, dude. You should watch our shit, or just fake watch it and hit the thumbs up, dude. Okay? Sorry.
Like, why would you care if one of our videos comes up in your suggested videos?
Yeah, you don't fucking like us, dude. What's your deal, dude?
And if you don't, they don't fucking watch it. You know what shows up in my shit all the time? Fucking little baby bum and dumb shit. Because Drew watches YouTube all the time.
Yeah,
Laurel,
you know what shows up in my shit all the time?
Laurel.
Fucking, well, actually, all kind of videos I love, like Asmongold Wow Classic videos, like all kinds of. Yeah, the point is, Baby Bum
my son
shit.
watches Baby Bum and Wheel of Fortune all the time. My son has seen, I think, every fucking episode in the history of Wheel of Fortune. He walks around.
A good show, dude.
He walks around and just recites Wheel of Fortune puzzles.
You
can listen to Drew, and he'll be like, there's one same name type thing. Anyway, he just randomly says shit. What the fuck? You realize, he's reciting a fucking Wheel of Fortune puzzle.
Say Jack.
That's what he does, dude. Anyway, so just hit the fucking like button, and if you're on Facebook, like the page. Okay. All right. So
there we go. We got a couple hundred more likes rolling in. There we go. Great job, Bill.
So LSU goes 12 plays, 59 yards, 548, gets nothing out of it. But this is where New Mexico gets the 38-yard screen pass. That's their second first down of the half. They go through. After that, they go 3 and out. Brooks had the big PBU. It was 3rd and 6, and Brooks blew up the guy. Beautiful play by Brooks.
Greg Brooks
He's awesome.
Lays the fucking wood, dude.
Awesome. So this was, I think, sort of the biggest moment. LSU went into their 4-minute offense, and they chewed up basically. It's 10-0. You're dominating the game in every fucking phase.
But you need a score.
But like we said, it's 10-0, and you're feeling uneasy because you're one busted play, one bullshit moment away from being in a field goal game, which would suck. So they needed this, and they put together a 15-play, 88-yard drive, which consumed 5:44. They converted 4th and 1. Josh Williams ran for 13 yards on 4th and 1. They converted 3rd and 4, 16-yard pass to Jeray Jenkins. They converted 3rd and 7, 19 yards to Jeray Jenkins.
That is the one that I have on my list. The 3rd and 7 was huge. Like, it was huge in multiple areas, Matt, because...
Well, they also converted fucking 4th and 1.
No, I know, but I'm saying the 3rd and 7 specifically, though, was a beautiful throw by Jayden Daniels, right? And when we talk about Jayden Daniels, we have talked about someone who is absolutely your best path to winning, but someone who I have said is not always comfortable in making throws in a lot of traffic, right? He wants some easy reads, and then he wants to take advantage of athleticism if not. But on that 3rd and 7, Matt, I can't wait to rewatch it because he dropped it right over the head of the middle linebacker. The safety's right over the top of Dre Jenkins. The safety even comes over Dre's shoulder and looks like he could have one of those SWAT down opportunities, and Dre had strong hands. Perfect throw by Daniels. Great catch by Dre with the strong hands. It keeps the drive going, and then, we'll get to what happens.
Dre's going to play in the NFL for a long time.
I think so too,
He's
dude.
Dre's
a fucking beast, dude. He's gonna be one of those receivers that we look back on like a James Wright or a fucking.
He's better than James Wright.
No. But James made it. James made it like 6-7 years in the NFL.
He was a 7th-round pick.
That's what I'm saying.
I think he caught one pass his last year, or maybe he's no passes. His last year at LSU was still taken in the 7th round.
Well, yeah, and he was a physical freak. But then also it was like Russell Gage,
so
right?
is Dre.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The list goes on and on. So Dre is one of those receivers where in college, at LSU, he will not astound you statistically, but I think he will play a long time in the NFL.
So, so they converted a 4th and 1, a 3rd and 4, a 3rd and 7, and then scored on 3rd and goal. They went Goodwin back-to-back plays right at the goal line, and he got it. So it was big. LSU goes up 17-0, and that was really it. I mean, other notes I had, Perkins started, 2 touchdowns negated. They went tempo. Bradford at right guard. Oh, Seven Banks. Seven Banks played for the first time this year. We got to see him at the right cornerback spot. He started.
How'd he do? He started? He started? I mean, that's significant in and of itself. He started.
So, let me rephrase. I actually don't know if he started. I noticed him on New Mexico's 2nd possession. Okay. But he might have been in there on the 1st. But he played the whole first half.
But let's be clear. Matt House has proven that he's not married to starting, right? And really, ideally, if you feel like you have the talent.
And your boy Kendrick was 5 of 7 for 47 yards passing.
Who's my boy?
The New Mexico quarterback.
Oh, that's my boy?
And not yours, just the universal, like your boy Kendrick.
Oh, okay, my bad. I love Kendrick Lamar, though, dude. Mr. Morale, The Big Stepper's a great album, so is Damn.
38 yards came on one, bubble screen to the running back. So outside of that, he had 9 yards passing.
So he had 38 yards on one play, and they had 88 yards overall.
They had 47 yards passing.
Yes, they had 50 yards.
This is a team that runs a weird version of the option, sort of out of the pistol. So their offensive scheme is different, but LSU handled it like it's the last 2 weeks. Here's what I'll tell you. The last 2 weeks, Matt House's defense faced 2 diametrically opposed offenses and really stymied both of them.
Think about this.
Awesome.
Again, since the first half of Florida State, Matt House's defense has been not good, not great, but fucking awesome.
They've been awesome. That's fair.
And guess what? I don't think Auburn's offense is going to present too many fucking problems. You know whose offense may, Matt?
Tennessee's.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. All right, real quick. Let's just real quick go through second half observations, then we'll get to your comments and stuff. By the way, shout out. We're at Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Shout out Don Juan.
Love Don Juan for hosting us. Michelle Weighing and Measurement. Michelle.com. And the Louisiana Charter Boat.
Okay,
it's pinned.
Louisiana Charter Boat Association. It's pinned at the top. It's pinned at the top of the stream. Okay, click on the link. It's GEAUX. GoCatch.com. GoCatch.com. Enter to win. 5 runners up will get $100 prize packs. This is awesome. But the winner will get to go fishing, charter boat, me. We're all hanging out, drinking beers. Jada Cody's cooking afterwards. Let's fucking go.
All right, Chris Hilton returned the opening kickoff of the second half. The LSU only had 1 kick return, and Chris Hilton did it. So I love that. I mean,
yeah,
the dude was
get
legit.
Chris Hilton the ball,
yes,
dude.
Please.
He looks like a fucking different athlete out there, dude.
If you go back and listen to Brian Kelly's, I can't remember if it was his introductory press conference or his press conference to start spring. It was one of them. He specifically mentioned Chris Hilton.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it stuck out because Chris didn't do much last year. He had the long touchdown catch in the bowl game, and Kelly was at the bowl game, right?
Yes.
So he saw it.
He very much was.
Yes, he was there.
The
Boston
new boss,
accent.
like looking. No,
Yeah.
not the Boston accent. No, the new boss, like looking from the rafters like, who will survive and who will be left?
Well, it's more like, hey, we got 30 fucking players. We need a bunch of players. You're all back. Come out. Anyway.
Fuck Kansas State. Did they end up winning? I don't know.
So, yes, Kansas State. I think Kansas State beat Oklahoma, bro.
Okay. Goddamn, Oregon State leads USC 7-3 at half. Fucking A, dude.
Bro, styles make fights. Bro, we were talking about that on Wednesday. Styles make fights, dude. It's a bad matchup for SC, dude. It's a bad matchup. It's the same reason why Kansas State was a bad matchup for Oklahoma. The team that Oklahoma struggled with forever under Lincoln Riley, aside from Texas, was fucking Kansas State, dude. Styles make fights. It's just a bad matchup.
Don't victory lap too early, bitch.
I'm not victory lapping, but
fucking football.
It doesn't matter who wins, but the point is, like, look at what USC has done up to this point, right? Dude, I took USC -7.
I did too.
Or, no, 5.5. But so, I mean, I took USC to cover, and I hope they fucking do.
They will.
But, like, styles make fights. It matters. And Kansas State, is that over? 34-27? It's got to be over.
It's got to be over.
Let me refresh.
It was late in the game when we were starting this show.
This looks like it's still going on. 34-27 K-State with 4:36 to go.
Oh, yeah, it's right there.
Oh, yeah, it's on. Okay. Oh, K-State's kick. No, Oklahoma's. Oh, so Oklahoma just scored 34-27. All right, anyway. All right. Let's see. Of note in the second half.
Oh, shit, we got some super chats. Sorry, go on.
No, there isn't much.
USNC Mike says, go Tigers, right on.
The only thing of consequence in the second half, aside from what Ali Gay had a sack, Noah Cain had the long touchdown run. Brian Thomas's touchdown was fucking awesome. It was a fucking it was a wide receiver screen, and he fucking housed it 57 yards. It was awesome. Anything else? Oh, well, let's talk about Nuss. So, second possession of the second half. Midway through, it's 4th and 3. They go for it. Jayden Daniels runs for 16 yards, which was a hard fucking run.
It was a great run. You where he got hurt?
And then, so Daniels gets hurt.
It was a great run, though, dude. A ballsy run. And let's be clear with Jayden Daniels, Matt. Like, again, I know a lot of people are struggling to accept his style, which is funny because, I mean, we're all products of our own perspective, right, Matt? And it's like, I've been living/covering this team for, since 2007, I guess I could say. And this is maybe
that was my first year covering the team too.
But it's like maybe
exactly.
But it's like maybe a moot point to bring up. But pre-Burrow, you would have been ecstatic for Daniels.
Yes.
Burrow spoiled our perspective, and so now you're like, oh, why is he running so much? Why is he doing this? But you know what I love about Jayden Daniels? He makes the plays when you have to fucking make them. He may miss some, but in all of our sample size that we've seen thus far, if the game is on the line. If it's a third down, you got to have it. The 4th down throw last week, the 4th down run, the 3rd down throw, everything we're talking about tonight, like when the play has to happen, Jayden Daniels makes the fucking play, and he puts his body on the line. Clyde Edwards-Helaire had the line, right? Throw your heart across the line, and the ball will follow. That is Jayden Daniels. He did it against New Mexico and took a concussion, likely, allegedly. That's my interpretation. Because of it. So I'm a big fan of Jayden Daniels. Find out.
By the way, I'll tell you this. A lot of people, because I've said, because a lot of people throw, it's great until he gets hurt. You know, him running. And I've said, well, like most of his runs, it feels like he hasn't taken big shots. Like he'll scamper and get out of bounds. He'll get down. And some people have said to me, like, no, you need to go back and watch because he's taking some big shots.
Well, but he takes some big shots when he has to take them. When he has to get across the line. That's when I feel like he's taking the majority of his shots.
Well, I need to go back and look at and this would be a good week to do it, to go look at the 4 games and see how much contact is he really taking on these runs. Like today was significant.
I don't think it's huge from a volume standpoint. I'm just saying is that like when he has to have it is when he's taking the biggest shots. But that's what you want, dude. That's what we used to fucking cheer Joe Burrow for. Like I want a guy who doesn't run out of bounds when the game is on the line. Like, I want a guy who, even in this game, who knows he needs to score, just go ahead and close it out, and it's like 4th and 1 or 4th and 3 or whatever, and he's like, fuck it, dude, I'm going to get it. Like that's winning
but
football.
It was a 16-yard run.
Oh, no, he already had it.
He was getting pulled, and they got spun. Like, at
I don't blame on that, though. You're kind of in it. You're kind of in it.
I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying from my standpoint, like, I need to check myself and go say, like, all right, is his style Is he taking more contact than I thought?
So that's what I was saying, though. But that's the crass point.
I just want to go look it up.
That's the point that I don't like making with this team, because it sounds like I'm saying that Jayden Daniels is expendable, and I'm not saying that.
No, he's not.
But LSU's in a weird situation where this is a one-year relationship, and so both parties are putting it all on the line. And if the worst came to pass, where they're like, okay, then we build a guy for the future.
Bro, Jayden Daniels was 24 of 29.
That's what I'm saying.
For 279.
Like, at a certain point, acknowledge the numbers. 83%
of his passes, and his rating was 163.
He was completing 73% coming in, dude. I mean, just acknowledge the numbers at a certain point.
He has been your best, most consistent offensive player by a mile.
By a mile.
I don't even think it's close.
And I was not a Jayden Daniels believer coming out of spring, and he's made me one, dude.
Somebody here was.
Timmy here is. Look at me. You know, if I'm right, I'm going to fucking reinforce it.
And then I just said I might be wrong about him taking shots. I'll fucking tell you if I'm wrong when I'm right.
Fuck out of here,
you
bitch.
won't ever fucking tell me when I'm right, so I'll fucking say it myself.
That's not true.
Bitch,
I do give you credit when you're right.
Yeah,
you're being
sometimes.
defensive now. Exactly. Exactly.
All right. Okay, I think that's about it, right? So then from that point on, Kane had the 49-yard run. Brian Thomas had the 57-yard catch. 38-0 LSU wins. And they pitch a shutout.
They don't just pitch a shutout. They hold him to 86 yards,
88.
y'all. Okay, Jesus
fucking
Christ.
Oh, hang on. 6:33. No, because I'm looking at here. Like, look. 6:33. I want to talk about Nuss.
Yes, yeah, go.
6:33 to 88 was the final yardstick.
Yep.
LSU threw it for 414 and ran it for 219. New Mexico had 2 first downs. This is the kind of game that pads your stats. So when you looked at the national statistics, like LSU goes way the fuck up.
Like, oh my God, they got 600 yards.
Oh my God, LSU. This offense is fucking unstoppable.
Well, not just that, but like the defense. The defense just helped their metrics immeasurably with this game. But I don't want to take away from it. Like, Matt, how many yards did Southern gain? You don't need to answer the question, but it's more than 88, right? The point is,
it was less than 200.
New Mexico, though, is a better team than Southern. And I get that you play your backups or whatever, but the point is, like, New Mexico's not an awful football team. What I cannot express to y'all enough is how hard it is to hold any football team under 100 yards. Like, any football team that society has deemed is able to play you on a field, you should not be able to hold them under 100 yards. Matt House and this defense right now, they're building towards something dominant. And I'm not saying it's going to hold over in SEC play, but, like, I was shocked at what they did against Mississippi State, and I'm pretty shocked at what they did tonight against New Mexico.
Southern had 262.
And New Mexico had 88. And New Mexico is a markedly better team than Southern.
Got to talk about Auburn, too. All right, so let's take a quick second here. Shout out some folks. Chastity Frugier, what's going on? Chastity said, I don't think Daniels is a team player. I think he's all about showcasing himself.
Are you fucking high right now? I will fucking fight. Who's this, Cassidy?
Chastity, probably a chick.
Chastity, probably a chick. Condescending, I don't know. Maybe it's like a chastity belt thing where you don't want to get fucked. Well, guess what? Give me the keys. So to unlock that shit, I'm going to fuck you because you're full of shit, Chastity.
Hey, that might be somebody's wife. Come on now.
Yeah, good. Well, that's on that guy's wife, dude. That's a bad take. All about me.
That's an awful take.
The one thing I have learned about, literally the one thing I have learned about Jayden Daniels, regardless of any criticism you want to offer him, he's all about fucking winning. I just went on a tirade about how he puts his body on the line. Get the fuck out of here, Chastity.
All right.
You're like old girl off of Princess Bride.
Which one?
The girl with the chastity belt. Then he has to unlock it. It's coming out in 2 days, by the way. 2 days in 1987. It doesn't matter. He's only mostly dead. Not fully dead. Mostly dead. Legendary role. Mercury Max.
Marriage. Marriage is what brings us together today. I love that
Spaceballs.
movie. I love that
Incredible movie.
No, that's from Princess Bride.
I thought that was Spaceballs with Mel Brooks. But it's all Mel Brooks, so it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Yeah. Is Marriage not Mel Brooks?
No, it's fucking Princess Bride.
No, but that's not Spaceballs, though?
No, that's Princess Bride. 100 bajillion%. That's Princess Bride. That's whenever old boys trying to get upstairs and they don't get married.
I'm disappointed in myself.
Why?
Because I should have these nerd references on lock. And if I mess that up, then that's on me.
You definitely messed it up. Ryan Thibodeau said, did Matt just get roofied?
No, I don't think so. Did you accept a drink from a stranger?
No, I mean, Laurel brought me my drink.
No,
it's
that's
the bartender.
Laurel, dude. Bartender. You should tip Laurel if you're here. Tip your bartender.
Tip your bartender. All right. Do you want to talk?
Oh, God damn it. The chastity belt was Robin Hood Men in Tights. It wasn't Princess
I was going to say that.
It is.
Like, that was Men in Tights. But Men in Tights was a spinoff of Princess Bride.
No, dude.
in some spots.
No. We all got to. Look. I'll just make a public service announcement here. That's on me, y'all. I try to be the cool guy. I try to take a lot of shots, and I try to act like I know everything about nerd culture.
Is that nerd culture? Like, I know that.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like the birth of nerd culture in a lot of ways. Well, like Men in Tights, Princess Bride.
Is Princess Bride nerd culture?
Bro, what do you mean?
No.
Absolutely, dude.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
dude.
wow. I love Princess Bride.
Princess Bride is a fantasy story. At its core, it is a beautiful fantasy story. So that's
I love
on me.
Princess Bride. It's fucking
Y'all,
great.
look, man. Look, we're all a work in progress, okay? Me right now, I'm the right guard of LSU's O-line. I got to figure it out, okay? That's on me. I'm going to get I'm going to get in the film room, and I'm going to figure it out. That's on me. I apologize to all of the old school classic nerds that I've offended. And I'll fucking take a lap, dude. I'll jog around this building right now.
Paul Pollard said, true freshman Noah Kane with a bunch of exclamation points. No, he's not a freshman. He's a transfer. He did good. He's a fourth-year player.
But he did good.
Yeah, he's not a true freshman.
Running back by committee, dude. Running back by committee.
All right, so Nuss. Thoughts on Nuss? Let me read his final stat line.
Let me regather myself. I'm a little thrown off right now. I'm so disappointed.
You're not wearing
myself,
shoes right now. You're barefoot.
Yeah, I had to go barefoot because I'm
Show
so
them your
stressed
feet.
out, dude. Whoa, you got to pay for that, man. That ain't free. Show them your feet. Have you ever been on the internet? If you show your feet for free on the internet, you're a fucking rube, okay? If you want to pay for my feet, I have an account on OnlyFeet. It's called TFeet53. OnlyFeet.com. Subscribe to TFeet53. I give you all the foot action that you want.
Your heels are nasty, bro. You need to get some fucking lotion on.
Bro, do you know how much fucking money this shit makes on T-Feet?
No.
I mean,
how much?
Bro, the motherfuckers that will pay for some cracked heels, you don't even know, dude. That guy knows. Yeah, that one out there that pays for it, he knows, dude.
Nussmeier was 9 of 10 for 135 yards in a tutty. 57 came on Brian Thomas's screen pass he ran. But at least Nussmeier didn't turn the ball over.
No, Nuss looked great. He didn't look like he was pushing, right? He very calmly and coolly and collected ran the offense. It felt like a guy. Okay, so allow me to.
It's very encouraging after what we saw against
So I was
Southern.
going to say, allow me to draw like very big conclusions from small sample sizes. Against Southern, it felt like a young player who had lost a job during camp and was like, fuck it, dude, I got to get out here and I got to fucking show that I'm still fucking in this thing. And then he's pushing, and it leads to mistakes. This game felt like a player who more kind of knew his role, right? It didn't feel like he was trying to prove anything to anybody. If anything, he felt like, oh no, it's my job to go out here and just continue the flow. And Nuss looked great tonight, dude. And granted, if you're someone who is like out on Nuss's potential after the last time we saw him, that is what it is. All we said is that for this year, it's not a quarterback battle. Nobody said anything about what Nuss could be or is going to be. We just said for this year, Jayden Daniels is your best path to winning. Nothing changed tonight except that I feel very good about how Nuss handled his backup roles tonight.
I mean, he was markedly better. We talked on Wednesday during Scone and T about how he's, since the Southern game, like it's not gone well for him in practice.
Oh, really? I didn't hear that.
We talked about it on Wednesday at Scone and T.
I must not listen to you.
And I told you, we talked about Walker Howard.
Well, I didn't hear the first part. What I thought, let me see that lighter. I didn't hear the first part.
I was already reaching for it.
I just thought that the
I had you.
You did. But no, I didn't hear that first part. I just thought that you said, like, I mean, maybe go Walker next. And I was like, yeah, I could see that. But, okay, that makes a little more sense.
No, because you were like, it feels like you're telling me something. I was like, no, I'm not.
Oh.
Do you remember now?
So you were telling me something.
I was not telling you something.
But you were, though, because now you're just telling me that you are. See, how am I supposed to trust you? Like, I stand,
okay, here's the thing.
I mean,
last week, I knew Emory Jones was starting at right tackle. So I said, hey, don't be like, I think they need to give Emory Jones a shot. But I knew it. And so at Scone and T, we were talking about Walker. And
no, I remember.
And you're like, I think
now.
you're telling me something. And I said, no, I'm legit not telling you because I don't know.
But you did. But it was like a smirky.
No, but I did. But I really didn't. But because all right, I'll say it this way. What I've been told is that since the Southern game, which objectively did not go well for us, it practice has not gone well either. And so I surmised. I said, hey, they may have like a real decision to make if the game gets out of hand and they go to a backup. Do they go to Walker? I could
have seen it for sure.
So that's the conversation. But I did not know definitively if they were going to do that. I'm telling you honestly. So, but I think Nuss handled himself awesome tonight, which is great. I think
so then, in the context of that,
Nuss
then
has a
tonight
skill
was
set.
an even bigger win for them, for him than
Nuss
realized.
has a skill set that can win at this level for sure. He's got to refine it and mature and all of that stuff that happens. And the great thing is, Walker's not going anywhere. Walker Howard he'll compete and try to win the job for sure, but Walker's also a guy like, I've shared this before. Jamie Howard, Walker's dad, said this on AFR. He said, listen, and you got to know, like, Jamie's not the guy that ever, like, hypes up his kids. That's not Jamie. Like,
No, of course not.
Like, he's not LeVar Ball. He's the antithesis. And what Jamie said on air was, listen, I think he was even uncomfortable saying this, but he said on air, so I'll repeat it.
He said on air, he
said, even if Walker never plays a down, LSU will be better because he's on the team. He's that kind of teammate. So, like, that tells you what you need to know. Like, he in the transfer portal age, like, he's good. He's good to wait his turn. He's got a dad that played early and knows the benefit of being able to wait and learn and grow and mature. So LSU's quarterback situation is in a great spot because of Jayden Daniels. Jayden Daniels is giving you the bridge because because otherwise you would be in 2008 Jarrett Lee situation where Jarrett's a guy who had a great skill set. Great, he had the best arm. Like Jarrett was like, but 08, he was just too young to go out there, and he's made a lot of mistakes.
No, Jaden's a mercenary. He's a mercenary.
But it's good for him.
No, it's good for that's what I said. It's a mutual agreement, dude. It's a mutual, like, let's go. Like, I mean, both parties are happy with their out. Jayden Daniels is LSU's best path to winning, and LSU's best path to winning is Jayden Daniels. It makes sense.
All right, let's talk. All right, so we're done with New Mexico. Shout out to Don Juan for hosting us, as always. We love this spot. Right next door is Don Juan Cigar Company. It's the retail shop, so if you want to buy cigars to build up your humidor and all that stuff, you can do it. They're so knowledgeable, even if you don't know what to buy. Even if you want one fucking cigar for, like, an occasion, they'll help you. And the bar here is awesome as well. They got TVs everywhere. Great place to watch your NFL games tomorrow.
Even if you want some classic, like, Joe's that you can't find anywhere else, they got them. And, again, like Matt said, if you want to watch a football game somewhere, the ability to smoke tobacco inside and watch football, it's unbelievable.
And sit in this beautiful leather chair and watch your own TV.
And it's kind of, honestly, Matt, it's something that's lost to time. And I get why society rubber banded so hard against tobacco, right? It's unhealthy. I completely understand it. But guess what? There's a lot of motherfuckers out there like me that love tobacco. And I'm an adult. And I want to make my own decisions. And I want to use tobacco at my own rate, okay? And so if you want to fucking use tobacco and not be judged and smoke inside and fucking watch football, this is the fucking place to do it. I don't care if you vape. I don't care if you smoke Joes. I don't care if you smoke cigars. I don't care if you smoke blunts. Again, I don't know if that's actually allowed here.
That's not allowed here.
Okay, well, maybe not. Well, unless you have a medical card, then you may be able to be allowed.
Not allowed here.
Okay, well, the point is, come smoke and watch football here at Don Juan. It's fucking awesome.
Okay. All right, let's get to you have questions. Go to Super Chats. We can talk about the rest of the week. LSU's got Auburn this week. Auburn survived against Missouri. I don't know how you feel about it. am kind of glad they did, because if they didn't, they were going to fire Brian Harsin.
Yeah, and then you deal with like the interim bump and everything. Yeah, I feel that.
If
for LSU, it worked out, but
yes.
in my heart of hearts, I was kind of cheering for pain and anger and chaos, and seeing Mizzou
Can we agree?
fucking blow it.
Can we agree it's an inevitable end with Auburn right now?
Yes, I said it last week.
Of course. So
Brian Harsin will never win at Auburn.
His firing is inevitable.
That's what I mean. Yes.
So
yes.
he'll coach against LSU. I think LSU will win next week. He will coach against Georgia. They will get the shit kicked out of them, and then they will fire him in their bye week. That's what's going to happen.
Yep, that makes sense.
So I would have felt very uneasy if LSU was going to Auburn next week in an interim coach situation.
I agree. It makes me feel way better. It does make me feel better about the game. I still don't think Jayden Daniels is shit, but we're all products of our own perspective, right? And so, like, if you were an old player or a fan who went to like a 2003 game at Jayden Daniels, you probably think it's badass. That's fine. I don't think Jayden Daniels is shit, dude. And LSU should go in and whip that ass.
You went at 8-10.
Yes, and we
8 was the Jarrett Lee to Brandon LaFell game.
Yeah, we
10,
won that.
10
was
Cam game.
Newton. I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, Cam Newton was the best college football player I've ever seen live.
It's a hard fucking place to play, bro. I've been there enough. It's a hard place to play.
That's what I'm saying.
Which is why.
Which is why there's debate.
What Penn State did last week is super impressive. And also Missouri going in there this week, and Missouri's bad.
But
Missouri's a bad football team.
I know, but this
should have won that game. Which is why you should be really encouraged about LSU.
LSU should beat Auburn. Let's not make any mistake here.
Is there an early line? Let me see if there's a line in that game.
Let's not fucking soft hand anybody. Like, let's not slow play this shit. LSU should fucking beat Auburn. Auburn is trash. If you cannot beat Auburn, you are by extension trash. You should fucking handle Auburn. I don't care where it is. Penn State and Mizzou. No, fuck that, Matt. What do you mean? Penn State and Mizzou just beat Auburn in Auburn.
On the road,
you could say Mizzou didn't, but they did, dude. Okay, Auburn is fucking trash.
Auburn 1.5.
Oh, it feels like a new biggest bet I've ever laid in my life next week. Fuck Auburn, dude. If you can't beat Auburn, you're trash, dude.
Auburn 1.5.
Auburn's bad. I don't care. You're not going to bet LSU plus 1.5? I'll fucking smash that money line.
Auburn 1.5 is the line, and that. So I learned this last week about how odds makers operate stuff. So that's a soft line. That's what happened with the Mississippi State game. Remember, LSU was a 3-point favorite, and it went all the way to State 2.5, like overnight. So let's see what this line does in the next 36 hours.
What I'm saying is
act
on the line now. Buy. If this is a fucking New York Stock Exchange, I've been one of those like ringing the bell. Buy that shit, dude. Fuck Auburn. Auburn is awful, dude.
Do you feel
they
different? They
don't have a quarterback.
Do you feel different if Jayden Daniels is compromised?
No.
If Nussmeier has to play, you're okay?
Yes.
So I've watched Brandon Harris.
Yep.
And TJ Finley both go to Auburn as freshmen, and LSU get fucking shit housed.
And the difference is Auburn was at least competitive, and LSU was questionable. And LSU was questionable, but Auburn's not competitive. Auburn's bad, dude. They're fucking awful. They're fucking. Did you watch the Missouri game today?
I watched it, yeah.
Yeah, they're objectively awful. Like if LSU loses, that's horrible.
They were up 14-0 on Mizzou, weren't they? It was 14-0.
Yes.
And they let them come all the way back.
Yes. No, they looked really good early on, and then they fucking fell apart there. And then Robbie Ashford. Robbie Ashford, the most EPL-sounding name in the SEC. He went out the game, and they put in number 12. No, Auburn's bad, dude. Fuck Auburn. Beat Auburn, and then it's Tennessee and Death Valley, and let's fucking hype. Let's fucking roll, dude. Let's fucking throw some goddamn punches.
Go to Super Chats.
All right.
Smash the like button on YouTube, please. Facebook, like the page, share the post.
Jonathan Keir gave a $20 Super Chat. He says, better bar to go tonight, Bogies or Fred's? Asking for a friend.
Always.
Yeah, I think Fred's is always the answer.
Fred's loves you, bro. Had some great times at Fred's.
It's not even a criticism of Bogies. Fred's is the LSU bar. Every town has the college bar and the college bars. Why? Don't shake your fucking head at me, dude. Don't shake your fucking head at me. I don't care what you and your friends get up to. I'm talking about standing the test of time here, White, okay?
1982,
and you know
bro.
Even, okay,
40 years.
You rank him 2, you rank him 3. Guess what? When Matt was in college, they may have ranked 1, 2, or 3. When I was in college, they were 1, 2, or 3. But you know, they're always in the top 3, okay? And not any other bar can say that. Go to the Moosehead. Go to Fred.
Fred's opened in 1982. That's the year I was born.
Exactly.
40 years, bro. I had a great time at Fred's, dude.
Wyatt, where do you want to go to Tigerland,
I felt
dude?
super.
Yell to me, Wyatt. Where do you want to go?
Reggie's, Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ, Wyatt. Now we've just immediately cut out your knees from underneath you, dude.
Why? Go
Reggie's.
Go play on TikTok.
Look, Reggie's has a role.
Go play on TikTok.
In the bar ecosystem, Reggie's has a role. But it's for 18-year-olds with X's on their hand who should not be drinking but technically are, okay?
That's it.
And we've always
How old
been
are you?
there. It's fantastic. But
He's 21, that's why.
Hey, and guess what? Why? What's next door to Reggie's?
I hope in 2 years you're still doing this, because in 2 years you're going to be like, fuck, I'm going to Fred's.
Why? What's next door to Reggie's? Yeah, exactly. Fucking Fred's. And where does everybody go when they get old enough? Yeah, exactly. Boom. Fucking Fred's the answer.
It's all right, bro. He's just young. He can't help the fact that he's 21.
No, why?
You were 21.
Wyatt's done an incredible job, but I got to learn the young generation.
No, but he'll learn. Life will teach him.
We got to learn these motherfuckers.
Life will teach him. It's okay.
I'll fucking teach him.
You can't know what you haven't experienced. He will. It's fine.
Yeah, he'll fucking learn. Nick Hessler says, the Bob. What's y'all's take on Brian Thomas Jr.?
Awesome.
I think given the opportunity, he could be as electric as your top 2 wideouts currently.
He's awesome. I love the fact that he catches fucking everything. He's a big, strong dude. He reminds me a lot of Jure, and the fact that he's a strong receiver with strong hands who catches everything. But that 57-yard touchdown today showed everything. I mean, that was a wide receiver screen.
Yeah.
Caught the ball, bullied a dude at the line, broke free, showed speed, made a move around the 10, got in. It was awesome. Brian Thomas is awesome.
I think that
Brian Thomas and Chris Hilton are both fucking awesome.
Okay, so exactly. So you mentioned the pairing, right?
Yeah.
Brian Thomas and Chris Hilton will always be paired because they came in the same class. And I think that Brian Thomas has taken a bit longer to find that success, but I think that both of them are going to be fucking incredible. Well, no, Chris Hilton has.
Yeah.
My bad. Chris Hilton has. Chris Hilton has. Oh, no.
Okay.
No, Brian Thomas has been incredible since he's been here. I think Chris will get there eventually. No. Oh, my bad. Okay. I completely misframed this. No, Brian Thomas is, I think, a top 3 receiver for you this year with the potential to push top 2. Every time Brian Thomas catches the ball, Matt, the first person does not get him down. Like, he is dynamic. So, no, I'm a huge fan of Brian Thomas.
All right,
next super chat. J.C. Champagne with the $5 says, Matt House is LSU's best coordinator hire since? Discussed.
Dave
Not
Aranda?
discuss, my bad. Discuss.
Aranda? I mean, who else? I mean, look.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm running through the list right now.
Post-Aranda.
Yeah, no, you're not going to.
Post-Aranda, you went Bo Pelini in 2020, Durante Jones. And then you had Ensminger already.
Yeah. No, for sure. Since you hired Aranda. Matt House is a fucking dog. For whatever first half rustiness I accused him of in that first half of Florida State, he has had this defense believe in, playing their ass off. Everybody's on the same fucking page. I'm a massive Matt House fan.
And the thing is, next week when you go to Auburn, Auburn's a one-trick pony. Auburn does not have a passing game at all.
No.
And they have a good offensive line, and Tank Bigsby is awesome. I mean, they've got a good line and running back.
Which shows you how bad they are, though.
Yes.
Because they can't even take advantage of Tank Bigsby.
Completely.
Tank Bigsby almost beat Alabama last year, and they can't even take advantage of him because they're so shitty.
So, I mean, right now, and dude, think about how much better this defense would be still if you had Mason Smith.
I know. I mean, at a certain point, you got to accept it, but I feel you. Because also, Jaquelin Roy is fucking awesome.
Jaquelin Roy is great. And, dude, Mekhi Wingo made a I need to go. I charted it. Hang on. Mekhi Wingo made another awesome play tonight. Shit. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere in here. Mekhi Wingo made an awesome play. It might have been on the sack where he, just blew up the center. His stats may not pop. Wingo stats may not pop.
Interior D lineman stats never pop. They're the O lineman of the D line, dude. Yeah, they got to clear the way for linebackers and defensive ends to make all the plays.
He had 2 tackles tonight, which isn't. But I'm telling you, dude.
Yeah, you can't get married to tackles on interior D linemen.
If you ever want to like really, well, here's the best example I'll ever give you is Terrence Cody. Terrence Cody, Mount Cody, Alabama. Consensus All-American, everything was everything on that Bama team in the interior. He had like 30 tackles on the season, but he always ate up a double team, sometimes a triple team. Like he blew up the center. It was just the stats didn't pop, but he always was impactful. And that like Mekhi Wingo isn't that level. Don't misunderstand me, but he's been awesome, man. Like he knows his role. And he's so good at it.
The point is
his job, and he won like the Iron Tiger, whatever shit for
he's a fucking grinder,
the weightlifting deal.
Grinder,
like he knows his role, and he is so good at it, and he's committed to it, and he just blows up the fucking center. It's why you don't see teams running between the guards or between the tackles, really between the guards against LSU. Nobody like Mississippi State on 2 of their 4th down plays last week. Mekhi Wingo made the fucking play on 2 of the 4th and 1s because he just blew the shit up. He's low to the ground, he's strong as fuck, and he blows up the center. It's like, it's just a bomb detonating at the line of scrimmage.
And Jaquelin Roy's really fucking good as well, dude. Good, That's what I'm saying, dude.
And they did that tonight with no B.J. Ojolari, with no Jay Ward. Like, it was a great luxury to have this game where it was, where you could tell those guys, just take a week. Just be ready to go next week and go to Auburn.
Douglas Hurstel gives a $5 super chat. At that point in the game, when it's 30-0, your starting QB gets a hangnail, you pull him. He's just talking about Jayden maybe catching injury and pulling him. Jayden looks like he was ready to come back in the game from what I read on Twitter. So, yeah, man, pull him. Alan Beck says $2. The new Abbott Costello, scone and tea. Hell yeah, dude. Shout out, Alan. Hunter Harris says $5. What are the pro-con matchups for Tennessee in a couple weeks? The pro matchup would be that Tennessee's defense gave up
defense sucks.
452 yards passing to Anthony Richardson.
They couldn't stop Florida.
The con matchup would be that Tennessee's offense gained 7,000 yards against Florida.
Richardson's fumble. It was a 10-point game. Richardson, were you watching it?
Yeah.
We're inside of 30 minutes. We've got about 20 minutes left.
We got 20 minutes left?
Maybe like 15.
Oh my God, I gotta go piss. All right, I'll take it easy, dude. I got this new water cup.
Just go pee.
It's 44 ounces. I just keep drinking all this fucking. Pee. It's My High. Shout out My High. DrinkMyHigh.com.
You're good. Go. I'd like to set a timer on this. Watch how quickly he comes back. This is going to be incredible. I'm timing this shit. Watch. Stopwatch. Boom. We're going to time how long it takes Tbob to come back. He's not going to wash his hands. He is an incredibly fast pisser. It's incredible. All right, fire away. This is a great opportunity for me to remind you, if you're on Facebook, like the page, share the post. Shout out Paul Pollard, Nicholas Cantrell, Andrew Hines. Appreciate y'all very much. YouTube, smash that like button if you haven't done so yet. We appreciate y'all greatly. See all of your comments coming in. When he comes back, we'll talk about the A&M Arkansas game. A lot of you were asking about that. But he's not going to wash his hands. We're at 31 seconds. Let's see. He's an incredibly fast pisser. We're at Don Juan Cigar Bar, presented by Michelli Weighing and Measurement, Michelli.com, Michelli.com. ISO 17025 accreditation. If you're looking for work, Michelli's hiring, Michelli.com, Michelli.com. And the Louisiana Charter Boat Association. If you're on YouTube, the pinned comment in the chat. If you're not on YouTube, go to GoCatch.com. GoCatch.com, G-E-A-U-X, is that it? GoCatch.com. GoCatch.com. Just sign up, enter, it's free to win a charter fishing trip. That's how long you took.
What's up? 1 minute? Bro, that was the longest piss I've ever taken, dude. That was crazy.
And you never, that
was fucking wild.
It was 106. I
feel like a new man. I've been stressed. I've been looking at my notes. I've been looking at Wyatt. I'm like, surely we're getting down the clock here. Oh, man. Okay.
Oh. All right. This is.
All right. I'm refreshed. I feel good, dude.
On Daniels.
Yeah.
On Daniels.
GoCatch.com.
I just did that. He could have gone back in. Lower back tailbone. So not concussion.
Oh, so it was what? Okay, so that's what Rabelais tweeted. Rabelais tweeted that it was a lower back thing. So that makes sense.
So lower back tailbone. That's good. If it was concussion, I'd be way more concerned. I mean, not that fucking up your lower back is a good thing.
It looked like he was ready to go back in, and apparently he told him no. What were we talking about?
All right, so Armani Goodwin, lower hamstring knee.
It looked like he might have fucked up his hamstring a little bit. That was not ideal. He fucking pulled up in the middle of that run. He had one of those things where, like, it pulled and his other leg immediately, like, oh, like he hopped up. And he was like, oh, fuck, dude. So, yeah, I don't know. That did not make me feel great.
All right.
Jesus
Super
Christ,
Chats.
USC. Fucking come on, dude.
Super Chats.
What happened to my cigar? It's out. God damn it, dude. Super Chats? All right, let's go. We got Hunter Harris. Oh, Jesus Christ.
What? Wait, 10 minutes.
Hunter Harris says, what are the pros and con matchups for Tennessee in a couple weeks?
Ryan Marr said, see if Tbob washed his hands. Of course he didn't wash his hands.
Smell him.
There's no fucking way you washed your hands.
What do you mean?
I know you didn't wash your hands.
So this is where it's going to get a bit awkward. Because 2 hours ago I noticed they were out of soap in the bathroom. And like I said, I've been hydrating incredibly well today. So I've peed probably 4 to 5 times those 2 hours. And there's no soap in the bathroom. So I've used water every time. But does splashing water on your hands and then wiping off count as washing your hands? I will let chat judge me, okay? I let he who is without piss hands cast the first stone, okay? Because I'm like Jesus out here. I'm fucking trying, okay? I'm putting it all on the line for the fucking chat. So I hope you all have my back.
Any more Super Chats?
Yeah, what about the Tennessee shit? Things that concern you.
I think, all right, so Tennessee offensively is very good, obviously. I think that will be a gigantic test for Matt House's defense, clearly. I was thinking earlier today, like, how many stops do you need? But Tennessee's defense sucks. Like, they're...
Shit, Carly Woodard's a fucking nurse, and she says that water just spreads it.
Water what?
Just spreads the germs, doesn't eliminate them.
Okay. I think here. So Tennessee goes fast.
Yeah.
Their offense is very good. They didn't even have Brew McCoy is the transfer, the USC transfer. The other receiver is Tillman, Cedric Tillman, who did not play today.
He didn't play today.
Did not play today.
And one of the best players in Tennessee, still one of note.
They're really good.
You're not going to be favored against Tennessee. Let's be clear about that,
LSU
right?
will not be favored again the rest of the way, except for UAB. They're at 1.5.
Not even against an A&M, you don't think?
No. LSU's not going to be favored the rest of the way, except UAB. I mean, look, it's Auburn 1.5 right now for next week. That could move, but that's your only other shot. You're not going to be favored against Tennessee. You're not going to be favored at Florida.
Ole Miss is kind of...
Ole Miss at home
is
going to be close.
But also, like, the analytics fucking love Ole Miss right now. Ole Miss represents a slumbering giant that could either be a slumbering giant or a slumbering giant pussy. We just don't know yet.
So Florida today, 31 first downs to 27. Florida had more first downs than Tennessee. Total yards, Florida 594, Tennessee 576.
Okay, Matt, so what happened?
Passing,
because I left.
passing,
but I left my office. I left my office to go bring medicine back to my family, like a fucking settler on the front lines of, Plymouth Rock. I made that sacrifice. When Tennessee went up 17, I was like, all right, that's a wrap. And I left and I went to CVS. I got shit for my kids. I dropped them off and I came over here. What the fuck happened in those 30 minutes that I was gone?
Florida put together a scoring drive, and they missed the two-point conversion.
Okay.
They were trying to make it 8. And then they held Tennessee, got the ball back, scored again at the very end.
And then they got that onside kick where they like ran it to the 30 and they had a Hail Mary shot. You saw that?
No, I turned it off.
Okay.
Because LSU started.
No. So Florida ended up kicking an onside kick.
Oh, Jesus.
And they caught it and ran with it to Tennessee's 30.
Jesus Christ.
And they had a fucking final play and they got sacked. So it was crazy. I mean, Tennessee had that game covered, handled, done. I was like, all right, I'm good to leave. And the next thing I know, I'm like, Tennessee survives. Like, what the fuck? But the point is, Tennessee is a legitimate football team. It sounds,
their offense is legit.
It sounds crazy.
Their defense is not.
It's not unlegit, though.
Yes, it is.
No, I don't know if it is, dude. I don't know.
Everybody has scored on them that they played.
Yeah, that's fair, actually.
Everybody has scored.
I guess they're very
find a way.
risk-reward defense. Like, they will create a lot of negative plays, but they'll give up plays as well.
The key against Tennessee, and we're way ahead of ourselves because you got to go to Jordan Hare and beat Auburn next week.
Fucking beat Auburn, dude.
Okay.
If you can't beat Auburn, then you suck.
You've got to. I'm trying to think of how many stops you're going to need against Tennessee. But mostly I think what you're going to need is give up yards between the 20s, but hold them to threes. Hold them to threes and not sevens. Like if you can get 3 stops per half, if they have 12 possessions, you get 6 stops. They score in 12 possessions, but 3 of them are field goals, 3 of them are touchdowns. They score 30. Can you score 31? Can you win a 31-30 game?
Oh, so it's funny, Matt, that you say this because literally, let me look up my notes here from the Tennessee game, and it says, okay, I'm going to read this verbatim. It says, you better be able to keep up because it feels like Tennessee is going to put up points inevitably this year. If you can't stop Tennessee, field goals become a problem. So yeah, you got to fucking finish. Like, Tennessee's going to fucking score.
I meant hold them to field goals.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is if you're in a battle with Tennessee and you're kicking field goals, that's a fucking problem. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's Tennessee looks fucking good this year, dude. It is what it is. I kind of like it, dude. It's about time that Tennessee's been good again.
Let's see. Matthew Walker, Auburn doesn't have a good offensive line. They have a veteran offensive line. I'm not going to say they're not good. I think they have very bad quarterback play, which is their main problem.
Well, I mean...
Offensively, anyway.
It is, but is quarterback play a function of coaching? Because, like, T.J. Finley looked better than he did now. Zach Calzada, for whatever it's worth, Zach Calzada beat. Well, he didn't play today, but he's out
hurt
for the year. No, he's hurt.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But he is there, right? And he wasn't playing. Like, Zach Calzada beat Alabama. Like, I feel you that Auburn's quarterback play is bad. I don't think that Auburn's offense is putting those quarterbacks in the best position to succeed. And Robbie Ashford, the APL named of the SEC, he's just not a passing threat. Like, it's that simple. Like, here's my deal, Matt. With the growth that I have seen out of Matt House and the master class they put together against Mississippi State, second half against FSU, the game we saw tonight, I cannot fathom a world in which Matt House does not have these boys locked in to play LSU. Because also, like, LSU's not taking Auburn lightly. You know what I'm saying? This is not some lookover spot. Like, LSU's not in that position, and they know they're not in that position, dude.
Darren Gagnon said, how many yards for Tank Bigsby? He had
how many have tonight? Not a lot.
19 carries for 44 yards.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying, dude. You are Auburn is shit.
Dude,
Auburn is shit.
Jarquez Hunter came in here last year and played really well. He had the big touchdown late in that ball game for Auburn. Like, Bigsby, Hunter, like, they should be way better than they are. They're just not. Holden Griner was 2 of 3 for 8 yards in that game late. They're just not good.
I'm going on DraftKings right now, and I'm putting $100 bet in LSU.
Okay, good for you. Good for you, bro. Okay. Any more Super Chats?
Are you joining me? Are you doing it too, dude?
Any more? I never bet LSU or Saints games. Ever. Ever.
Sometimes you just disappoint me. Like, I just want to roll with you, and sometimes you just make it so fucking hard. Carson McManus asks, is Perkins the next Devin White? He looks great in 40.
I would say as a freshman, Perkins is more advanced than White. White played linebacker, but he also played running back in high school.
Fair.
And he came in and wasn't like hit the ground running starting linebacker. I mean, Perkins has started twice already this year. Granted, it was against Southern and New Mexico, but he
looks so good.
He played a hell of a game.
He's so natural.
He played a hell of a game against Mississippi State. I think Harold Perkins is at this point as a freshman better than Devin White was as a freshman. It's not to say he'll be a top 5 pick, but I mean, fuck, he looks awesome. What else you got? Go. We got less than 5 minutes. Go.
We got DMT Zell says college kicking.
We got 1 minute.
Has been beyond awful this year. No, that's just college kicking, dude. It's not this year.
All right, this is interesting. Eric Wilderauer said LSU's 5.5 on FanDuel. I looked at Action Network and it had Auburn 1.5. So that's interesting. I'll check it, but I mean I just looked and sitting here on Action Network, Auburn was 1.5. LSU should, I'm with you. I wouldn't favor more than a field goal, but they should be favored.
They should absolutely be favored, dude. LSU has looked objectively better than all. Guys, Auburn has looked awful. Missouri's not good. Missouri's not good.
Missouri got the shit kicked out of by K-State.
That's what I'm saying. Wait, did K-State end up winning tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, they did? They beat Oklahoma? Okay. Shout out Tulane. Wait, did Tulane beat Southern Miss?
Don't know, don't care. We're less than a minute. Okay, we got to wrap. Okay, so let's do this real quick.
Sponsors one more time.
Shout out Don Juan Cigar Bar. Thank you for hosting us. Awesome place in Town Center. Y'all come here. Michelle Weighing and Measurement, Michelle.com. They are hiring, so check out the website, Michelle.com. Hit the careers tab and apply for whatever job you're looking for in whatever market you're looking for.
Guys, if you think I'm fun and you want to hang out with me, go to GEAUXCatch.com. GoCatch.com. Sign up today. Okay? It's pinned at the top of the chat. Louisiana Charter and Fishing Boat Association. We're going to go fishing all day. We're going to catch a shit ton, and then you guess what happens? Jayden Cody's going to cook it up for us when we get back. We're going to drink beers. We're going to have fun. We're going to international waters
LSU.
And everything that implies. Maybe even when we get back to the house, we'll take Matt and just, take him. Maybe. Take him into a firm hug of friendship is what I meant by that, Matt. Whatever, I don't know what your reaction is. I meant take him into a warm embrace.
The action of this.
Of what?
Of you doing this.
Of grabbing the hips?
Grabbing the hips and
you
pulling
don't hug your brothers with a good rear thrust hip grab?
Toward you.
I pull all my best friends.
Actually, in Atlanta, I saw you with a bunch of your best friends, and none of you did a hip hug.
That's not true at all.
That's a fucking fact.
That's not true at all.
Thank you so much for watching Whiskey and Wine.
I hip hug all my friends.
I'm not going to hip hug him.